My experiment is on how Jack and Rose could have stayed on the plank of wood in that scene of Titanic that is playing right now. I want to see if it can be proven or if it actually is totally fiction. The materials I used to produce this experiment were small weights, a bowl of water that's cold and salted, and a piece of wood in the shape of a door. What I found through my testing was that when you had both of the weights that equaled the same amount of mass as both Rose and Jack, the board would sink because it would be too heavy. So this disproves the theory that both Rose and Jack could have fit on the thing. The important thing here is that they probably could have fit, is that they would have sank into the water and froze to death. That was the part that was controversial at that point, and not that they would both fit onto the raft. This is because of the way buoyancy works. Buoyancy works when the amount of water that is displaced by an object weighs more than the object itself weighs, and so the object floats on top of the water. The water at the ocean's surface has a density of 1,027 kilograms per meter cubed. So that means that the density of Rose, Jack, and the raft are greater than that density, meaning that they would have sunk into the water. Yes. You might be asking, why didn't Jack and Rose just swim in the water and keep afloat? The reason was they had crashed into an iceberg, which usually means that the water is very cold, and they would probably have died of either exhaustion from swimming for a very long time, or for getting really cold and contracting hypothermia. After testing this, I have deduced that my first hypothesis, that the door would not have actually worked, is correct. The door did not support two people and itself in cold, salty water, which Rose and Jack would have been in. Uh, this topic interested me because I like to figure out the fact from the fiction. I also like to have my entertainment, and I myself make videos. So this topic really interested me in a lot of. This also interested me because of the way that I would have been able to do it. I've watched a lot of Mythbusters, and this really seemed like a Mythbusters kind of thing to do. Also, the fact about learning more about density and how things float in water really interested me because I didn't know that kind of stuff before, and this has taught me quite a bit about how things float, how density affects it, and what buoyancy is. The way I figured out an answer to this question was I did some research before I had a test, and I had actually already proven it through research, but I wanted to try it out myself, and so I got an answer out of that as well. Looking back on the process that I used to make this experiment, I probably could have tried to do it on a larger scale, buying a larger bowl, using larger pieces of wood, because on a smaller scale, it's actually harder to get that with a more accurate reading because I cannot be 100% accurate with it. Also, the parts of the project that I found difficult to execute were surprisingly the research, because there's not actually that much information on that particular scene, and I had to take some information from here and from there. In conclusion, I would like to say thank you for watching the first draft of my video.